No comments.
No comment.
I've been there before.
Sorry.
I've been there before. I was there for 4 years.
Of course.
So
What does that mean?
I have all the information, so I know. Believe me.
So I suppose what I'm trying to get to is, does that affect you, or do you feel, in terms of a message, that winning is, it's almost like win at all costs, that is the one thing?
No, for me the thing is obviously if we play such a game and at the end the discussion is about those topics, we are in the great direction. I mean, because that means that we are putting away things that normally are associated to them after games. So that's it. It's what I can do. I cannot do anything.
Because you said after the game, it felt a little bit pointed. You said you've not asked me any tactical questions in the press conference.
Yeah, that's why.
Can you, I see what you mean by that, but can you talk a little bit about how you sort of set up with that 5-4-0, I suppose, and, you know, sort of break it down for us a little bit about what you like so much about that defensive effort?
Is the necessity and what I believe, and it wasn't just that, it was other things that in my opinion we had to do because I expected what they were going to do till they had the decision to bring Stones as a 9, and then the context changed a little bit.
Isa?
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
With Myles, Lewis-Skelly, he performed quite well on the US pre-season tour, and he seemed to be playing in a kind of inverted left-back position. Is that where you see his future, and how has he thrived in a new kind of role and position?
Well, he can play in 3 positions basically as a left back. He plays as a 6, as an 8. He's very versatile. He adapts from there. He can occupy different spaces. He's very adaptable. I think that's a good thing about Myles. He's very intelligent, very thorough. He has some unbelievable questions every time you ask him to do something. And he has a competitive edge that I think is demanded at this level, and he really wants it. So we're going to use it in different positions.
He's only 17, and as we saw on Sunday with that viral picture of him going up against Haaland right in his face, what do you think that shows about his character, the fact that he's only a 17-year-old kid and he's able to get in front of this big monster and impose himself?
Nah, he's a competitor. You look at him, in every duel he goes, the way he reacts with his teammates here, you speak to him, he's constantly eye contact, he's nudging, he's asking questions. It's a special character.
With the goalkeeping situation for Wednesday, with Raya potentially with his knock and Setford's fitness issues and Neto cup tied, that obviously brings Jack Porter potentially into contention. What do you know of Porter, and how has he been around the first team squad in recent weeks?
Well, let's see. We have to wait and see what the situation is going to be tomorrow, but that's why we train with 4, sometimes 5 goalkeepers. We want them on around. They have to be prepared, and these things happened. And whoever plays, for sure, he will be prepared.
Okay, final two.
Mikel, in February you spoke very clearly and interestingly about wanting to make your players more streetwise. You said it wasn't in Arsenal's DNA, and you were teaching them how to do it. Do you remember this?
February. What day was? Maybe you tell me the day and the hour. I'm gonna get it.
February.
No, if you don't tell me the exact date, I cannot respond to your question. Sorry.
23rd.
Sorry?
February the 23rd.
The Porto again, around the Porto.
It was after Porto, yes.
Okay. So it was in relation to Porto then.
You said it wasn't in Arsenal's DNA and you wanted to teach them. So my question is, has your squad now graduated with honours in the subject that you were teaching them?
I haven't said I have. So as I said, I think you have to prepare the team to any context and try to be able to handle that situation.
But it's, personally, I think it's a good thing. You wanted to add it to it. It's a lot of talk about it, but it's a positive.
No, but we are talking about different things, and I wasn't discussing that at that time at all.
Just in the past few years, we've had kind of a phase where managers have had a particular style, and it's been very much about that style. You've shown the adaptability. Do you think that's now become one of your greatest strengths, the ability to change game by game the approach?
It has to be, but if you ask me, for example, about the areas that we had to defend, there are certain consequences or certain actions or sequences that take you to that position. Against City, we had 8, and we dealt with 6 of them really well. We want to spend more time there, but sometimes the opponent forces you to do that, and sometimes you force yourself because you're not that good in other aspects to be in those areas. If you are there, you better be as good as you are when you are higher up the pitch, because if not, you become very vulnerable. I don't want a team that is vulnerable.
But is it important for a manager not to have, they have their philosophies, but not to be strictly married, because in those particular examples you need to...
Yeah, what is not going to change is my will and what game I want and where do I want to play it. But if I can't, because we are not good enough to do it, or because the opponent forces you to do it, or because the circumstances, or you are outnumbered, or whatever it happens, then you have to be really good at that as well, for sure.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.